guys! Today we're going to be doing the gradient part of the review. So basically what we're going to do, you can see that I have the same polishes as the swatch video. By the way, if you haven't watched that video, go ahead and check it out. I'll leave it down below. I basically go in more of a in-depth review on these polishes and do swatches for every color over holographic, the silver that came in the collection, and a white, and then just plain or no base. So today we're going to be doing a gradient in the same style. We're going to be using all the colors, and we're going to put them over obviously the holographic, the silver, the white, and no base. So let's get into the video. The first thing you're going to want to do is take your peel off cuticle protector, whatever you use to protect your cuticles when you're doing a gradient. So we are going to take that and paint it around all of our cuticles. It's just a gradient, so you don't need too much. Alright, my love, so as you can see, my cuticle barrier has completely dried. This one is perfect because when it does dry, it turns gold, and it's so beautiful. I will post the video to how I made this down below. So now you're going to take your two polishes that you're going to be using for your gradient. And I'm using Pen and Pink and Chromatic Orange on my pointer nail. You're also going to need a makeup sponge. So you can either do a vertical gradient or a horizontal gradient. So you want to just paint onto the sponge, and you want to keep in mind the length of your nails. You do kind of want to overlap them. Okay, then you're gonna put your nail down and you're just gonna dab this on your nails. The first couple of coats is solely to build up the opacity, so don't worry too much about blending. These are really sheer, so you are gonna have to kind of build these up and do a couple of coats if you want them to be really opaque. So you can see my first coat is really nothing there. But as we build this up, you will see that they'll become a little bit more opaque as we go. And remember, this one is also on the holographic base. So, you know, if you do this on the white base, it's definitely going to show up a lot more, as the white is going to make them stand out. So after you do about 2 coats, you're going to stop for a second and you're going to let it dry. You can move on to the next nail if you want, if you have another sponge. Or you can leave it like that. It's like really up to you. But I'm going to let this dry for a second and put on another couple coats. Okay, so now I am going to do my last coat for this nail. I do want them to be kind of sheer so that you can still see like the hollow underneath, but I don't want them to be too sheer. I want you to be able to see the colors nice and vibrant, but I still do want to be able to see the hollow. Now this last coat is when you really want to concentrate on blending. So, you know, you're going to rock it back and forth and then dab a little bit. There you go. That's perfect for me. We're going to take a cleanup brush. This is number 2 from Twinkle Tea, my favorite. And you're going to dip it in a little bit of acetone. And you're just going to go around the cuticle to pick up the excess polish so it doesn't stick on your cuticle when you peel up this barrier. and it will just help you with cleanup when you take this off. Okay, so now you can take some tweezers and peel off cuticle protector. Now we do have a little bit of cleanup. Got a little bit of the polish on my cuticle. So I'm going to go ahead and take my cleanup brush and try my best to get this up. I'm going to do the rest of this off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is how the design looks with your gradient over holographic polish. I'll take a picture and insert it in here so you guys can really see it up close. So when you're done with your gradient, I'm going to add a top coat. This is actually a glossy top coat that I just ordered from Do It Yourself. This is to top it off. I'm in love with it. I have been testing it out and I absolutely love it. Better than the OPI glossy top coat that I've been using. So we're just going to put a glossy top coat on top of this to really make it shine. And whenever you add a top coat onto these, it just brings it to life. Look at how much prettier that looks now. Alright, so let's move on to the middle nail, to the silver. And what you can do is just take your sponge that you already use. Instead of getting a whole new one, you can just cut it and throw that little piece away. So now I have my sponge again, and I am going to be using on my middle nail. We're going to go a gradient from yellow. This is primary yellow to green. This one is Landscape Artist. So I'm going to take your sponge again. Yellow at the bottom. I'm going to go into the green. I'm going to overlap them a little bit. And again, just start dabbing it on. And you're going to let that one dry. And we'll be right back to do a couple more coats. Okay, guys. So, yeah, let's get on to the next coat. I don't know if you guys have ever tried these polishes, but they are just everything. Like, they are everything. I love them so much. Alright. So, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So, same thing. Let's take our cleanup brush, dipped in some acetone. And go around your cuticle. Get rid of this excess polish. With these, because you do have to do so many coats to get them opaque, you are going to have a lot of buildup here, so it's definitely kind of necessary to do this step right here. Take your tweezers. And go ahead and peel this off. And if you have any cleanup to do after that, you can go ahead and do it now. I have just a little bit this time. Okay, here we go. So same deal. Take your glossy top coat. And let's paint that on. And I am going to go ahead and take a picture of this. And I will post it up right here. Alright guys, so now we're going to move on to this white nail right here. And for this one, I'm going to be using this probably one of my favorite colors in the whole collection. This is Turquoise Aesthetic. And this dark blue, it's so pretty. This is Indigo Motive. So we're going to be using these two for the white nail. So you're going to once again take your sponge. Now I think that this is going to be a really pretty gradient. I'm not really sure how they're going to blend together, but I think it's going to be really pretty. Okay. Oh yeah, and that white like really brings this out. Wow. This is gonna be gorgeous. Okay. You know what, I kind of placed this wrong. I was supposed to do the blue on the bottom, so I'm just gonna cut this off. Oh my god, that is stunning. Do you guys see that? That is so pretty. So I'm gonna do one more coat for now, and then I'm gonna let it dry, and then we'll do a couple more coats after, possibly. The white is like really making it stand out, so I might not have to do as many coats as I did on the other nails, but we'll see what happens. Oh my god. Definitely my favorite nail so far. So we're going to let that dry for a second, and then we'll do another coat. Okay guys, so now we're going to move on to this next coat. And I think I might do this coat and possibly one more after, but we'll see how this coat looks. These two colors together, I just can't get enough of it. I've said it too many times already, but it is stunning. I think that's good, guys. I'm not going to add any more. I mean, yeah, I am going to do one more. Let's just get one more coat on there for blending purposes. Okay. There we go. Gorgeous. So now, again, I'm going to take my cleanup brush with some acetone. I don't think you guys can really see how much polish I'm picking up here, but there was a lot. Here we go. Again, go ahead and get your tweezers. Oh yeah, I got some cleanup to do on this one. I love that these do not stain. Oh, thank God. They literally just come right up. Look at how easily. I'm going to finish cleaning this up off camera, and then I'll come right back for the top coat, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm done cleaning up, and we're again going to take our top coat. Go ahead and get this on. I love how these just like melt together when you put on the top coat. So pretty. It makes them like blend even better when you do that. So here's a little close-up view, and I'm going to go ahead and take a picture. The same with the other nails. Okay guys, so now we're going to move on to the clear base coat nail with nothing on it, and we're going to do our gradient with this nail with the purple perspective, and we're also going to put the pen in pink on this nail. So we're going to take our sponge again, get the purple down first because I want the purple to be on the bottom and then the pink to be on the top, almost like the rainbow starts with pink and then ends with pink. So if you could see, it starts down here with pink, so I want it to end with pink over here. So let's just sponge that on. Now this is going to be a little more difficult, and it is going to be very sheer because there's literally no base on it. I have a clear base coat down. So I don't even know like how many coats I'm gonna attempt to do of this, because I have no idea how it's gonna build up. I think that it's gonna be pretty sheer. Okay guys, so I can just kind of tell that this nail is just not gonna build up. So I'm gonna do one more coat and then leave it. Love it, oh my god. And I'm going to take my Do It Yourself top coat again. Get this painted on. And then I'm going to go ahead and take one last picture so you can see all the nails together. And I'll be right back. Now I also want to show you a couple of more ways really quickly, other ways that you can actually do a gradient. Okay guys, so as you can see, my nails are all clean. First thing I'm going to do is apply a base color. I'm not going to do like each design on all my nails. I just want to quickly show you this. So I'm going to do one more coat of this and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here I have my nail art mat. This is the Uber Chic mat, the beauty mat. And I have this because you'll see. I also have a fan brush. We're going to be doing a fan brush gradient. So what we're going to do is take whatever colors you want. I'm going to do this with 3 colors. I have turquoise aesthetic, purple, what is this? Purple perspective, and pen and pink. And what we're going to do is place a couple drops of each color. And you're going to place them down the way you want them on your nails. So like I want to go pink, purple, then the turquoise. So we're going to place them down like that. Not going to be doing a full mani with this, guys. I just kind of want to show you other ways that you can do gradients with these polishes. And you can probably also do this with other polishes too, but they're just really easy with these. So what you're going to do is just kind of swirl your fan brush through them like this. Okay, and then you can take your fan brush and, you know, kind of like, so you can do this a couple times, wipe it off on the mat, like really, basically that's blending it on the fan brush. And then you're just going to hold it like this and just kind of sweep it. Just like that. If you need more polish, go ahead and grab some more, which I do. So I'm going to put some more down on the mat, same way I did it the first time. Make sure that you put your fan brush in the same way that you did before, and then you can kind of blend it out if you need to. There you go. So that's another way that you can do a gradient, and these actually come out really pretty. I want to do one more coat. I mean, you can even like, okay, watch, I'm going to show you. Another thing that you can do, which I think looks really cool. I just thought of this in my head. I don't think I've actually ever seen anyone do it before. So you have your fan brush, you're, you know, blending it or whatever. You put this on your nails, whatever, blah, 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 right? So there's my end gradient before I put the top coat on. Now what you can do is kind of take your fan brush after you're done here and blend this out a little bit more. And what you can do is put a top coat over that. So we're going to take a top coat and put it over. I'm going to actually show you guys this. So you want to put your top coat down. And we're going to make a decal. We're going to make a decal. So while that sits, I'm going to show you guys another way. So this time I'm just going to take 2 colors, but I'm going to do kind of the same idea of putting them down on the mat. And this time we're going to take this type of brush. All right, it's just kind of flat. And you're going to take your 2 colors. So I'm just going to use the purple and the turquoise. And you don't have to like actually have these ones touching. Just put them next to each other. And then on one end, you're going to do 1 color. Do another color on the other side of the brush. And then you can take your brush and just kind of go like this. You see, to blend it out. And then you can just go like that on your nail. Okay, so that's another way to do a gradient with these polishes. And you can also do that vertical. I'll show you guys that next. Okay, clean my brush off, clean my mat up. So I'm going to take the same 2 colors. And do purple on one end, green on the other, blend it out. Purple one side, green the other side, and then it's a little harder to do this vertically, to be honest. Much easier to do a horizontal, but yeah, you can do a gradient like that. Okay, and then finally, and probably the easiest gradient that you can do is with just the nail polish bottles. So I'm going to start off with the turquoise. And then I'm going to do a little swipe of the blue, and you want to make sure that you don't have too much polish on your brush for this. And then we can do, I'm not like really doing these very well, guys, because the video is so long, so I'm just kind of trying to rush through them right now. But I'm just trying to kind of give you an example of how you can use these in different ways. Okay, so I know that they're going to be a little sloppy, but I'm really not taking much time. So yeah, and you can see that it came out pretty, you know? Don't even really need tools. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a top coat and clean up this nail and show you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a picture of this up right now just so you guys can see. And now with this, what you can do is take some sort of like sharp tool. You wait for it to fully dry. Okay, and you turn it into a decal. So you just peel it up like so. And then what you can do is put whatever color you want as a base on your nails. It's still a little wet. You could put whatever color as a base that you want on your nails. Cut this out and put it down on your nails. And you will have a little homemade gradient. You'd probably want to cut it like in the middle so that you can get all 3 colors. But that would be really pretty, guys. So yeah, there's another way that you can do a gradient with your scraps from doing a fan brush. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for this portion of this OPI color paints review. Next up, we're going to be doing the stamping section, so don't forget to go ahead and watch that. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the gradient section, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm in love with these. If you can't tell by now, I would definitely recommend them. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, so you don't miss any more of the amazing content I have coming soon for you. All right, love you guys. Bye.
Don't play no games, don't pretend on it. You gon' start with me, we gon' end on it. Let me do, baby, all the things I said I wouldn't do.